Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Oh, I got some problems with the sound on this laptop for some reason. I think it's something to do with the jack plug on the side, but I can't hear anything. I can see the volume going up and down, but I can't. I don't know if it's working or not. It says my device needs to update. Select a time to do the restart. I better set a time, otherwise it'll do it in the middle of the stream, won't it? Schedule restart. Today. Let's go for 18. Well, I'll restart it when I finish, but otherwise it'll try and do it halfway through the thing, won't it? Estimate 3 minutes. Restart scheduled at 1800 today. Right, okay. That's that bit of admin done. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Right, who have we got in then? I think we had Anthony in first, yeah. Afternoon to you, Anthony. And Chris is in. Chris Milkey. And Joe Matambly. Tim's in. And Chris. Been sick lately? Oh, sorry to hear that, Chris. I know you did say that you had been a bit poorly. Hopefully you're on the mend. Dids is there. Waiting on the finger. It's not going to go in today, Dids. Bob, how you doing, mate? Nah, we've had a bit of a rough week, to be fair. Mrs. Cruncher's still not brilliant. She's better than she was, but she's still coughing. She can't get rid of it. And just to rub salt in the wounds, we've been a whole week without any heating or hot water. I went to bed, shut the dogs in on Sunday after the live stream, just before I went to bed. And the red light was on our oil boiler. It turns out we've run out of oil. And I rang them up Monday morning, first thing. They said 5 working days. So we've been without oil since Sunday night, and we're not likely to get any more till the beginning of next week. So let's hope it's quick, because it's not much fun washing out of a saucepan every morning. It's not much fun. Luckily, we've got a coal fire that we can light. But yeah, it's been a rough old week, people. So I'm trying to get on and get everything done to do the stream. It's a bit of a pain. Anyway, that's my little whinge, my little tales of woe. Who else we got in? Mick McGinn's in. Hi, Mick. David Tagg's in. Nick's in. I think I said hello to Nick. If not, hello, Nick. Tom's in. Bitter cold. Yeah, it's been really, really cold here. Really cold. Danish, how you doing, Paul? Ricardo. Welcome, Ricardo. Good to see you back in, mate. I've still not heard from that Bailey chap, you know, the one that realistic scanner. I don't know what to do with that. I could just send it anyway to the address I've got, but I've got no contact number, and the address just doesn't seem, I don't know. I'm going to have to do a bit more research, I think. But if I send it there and it doesn't get to him, it'll bounce back. It'll take months, I expect. Ben's in. Hi, Ben. Simon's in. Welcome, Simon. Benji's in. Hi, Benji. The usual crowd is here. Derek Taffman. Hi, Derek. Chilly, yeah, it's been blooming freezing here all week. Really cold. 2 bowls of finger. Very nice, Simon. Yeah, not much luck at the moment, Joe. Coal fires are the best, but we didn't have any coal or logs, so we've had to go out and run out and get all that. Trying to solder an iron early. Yeah. H. Neil, welcome. Derek Cooper, right, Derek? You're burning an old pallet and huddling around the burner. Yeah, it's not much fun when your boiler packs up, is it? It's not the boiler. It's when we moved in, we had when we went to come to view the house, there was like a little tiny oil monitor thing, and there's all the gubbins in the tank to monitor the oil. But when we actually got here to move in, that had disappeared. So someone had away with that, and it's sort of got to be paired to the thing in the tank, and it's fairly unique. You can't buy one; you got to buy the whole set. So we just put it off and occasionally go and check it. But the trouble is because we've both been ill, we've had the heating on so much. I mean, we had the tank filled up in October, and we've used that already. So yeah, good fun and games, isn't it? Fun and games. Yeah, I really don't know, Anthony, whether it's a spammer. You know, it might be someone messing about that's sent me a dodgy address just to waste my time. I don't know, but we shall see. It's all packed up, ready to go. This is a frustrating thing. It's been on the table for a month now. So I only had one email from him, and that was on the very day that I did the draw. No, we don't, Anthony. It's like a bunded tank, so there's a tank in a tank. So the only way to get to it is to get a ladder, go round the side, move the barbecue and everything out of the way, set the ladder up, and then go up the ladder and dip it with a old bamboo cane. But, you know, I do that from time to time, but when it's freezing cold, you don't think about it, do you? Should get a stove with a boiler built in, very handy. Yeah, that's not possible, Rob. We've got boilers over the other side of the house. To put a stove in with a boiler built in, you'd have to repipe the whole house, mate. So that's not really a good idea. Hi, Bazaar. Thanks for the super chat, though, Rob. Much appreciated. You know, we haven't even got an electric shower, so shower runs off the boiler. So no boiler, no shower. So, you know, we've been waking saucepans up every morning to wash in. Bazaar, how you doing, mate? So yeah, Mrs. Cruncher's at work today, so I've got to keep my eye on the fire to make sure it doesn't go out. So I'll be intermittently popping down just to check that, just to make sure we're still okay. So yeah, I've got some unusual things in to repair at the moment, so I thought I'd share them with you. We could perhaps have a look at them together, maybe make a start on a couple or 3 or 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 repairs in at the moment. I've got 3, 6, at least 9 radios to do for Chris as well. So I've got loads of stuff in here, but there just doesn't seem to be any time to do it. It's really frustrating. So the first one is the most unusual one of all, I believe. And I haven't looked at this. It's for a mate of mine, Stuart. And it's in a bag. I wonder what can anybody guess what it is, look? Sort of, you know. Hey Chris. How you doing, mate? Sort of, you know. It's sort of radio sized, you know. It's not that big. It's in a bag for life. This bag is a keeper apparently. From Liddell. Thanks very much, Chris. Ooh, can't spell, eh? Robert's Rambler. It's not a radio. It's not a, well, I don't think it is. I mean, it might be that I've got totally the wrong thing in this bag, and it's not that at all. But don't give you any clues. So the black metal folded. What do you think? Hi Mike, how are you? It's a Rambler. I know. If it's a Rambler, it would have been done by now. It would have been in and out the door in a day. They're very easy. Snowing in Poland, H. Neil. It's been threatening to snow here. Last week was really, really cold. I was working outside last week as well most of the day. Clock, piece of a car. Oh, getting closer. PSU, David. Potentially. It's not a CB power supply. Aerial tuner. A debagging video. Well, it is a sort of, well, it is a power supply, I believe. Well, it's not. It's a charger. It looks like it's got rather wet. Now, this is for a friend of mine, Stuart, and this is out of his motorhome. Now, it's a battery charger power supply, a Zig X70. We got any experts on Zig X70s here? Indoor use only. Well, we've got the power lead, which looks like 240 volts. Ah, here we go. So we should have LED drive, -4, -3, -2, -1, auto power. It looks to me like it's a switch mode power supply. It's an X70 charger, but apparently it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure he said it was for a motorhome. Let's have a look and see what he says about it. I think it's some switching, Nick. It might. It's not heavy enough for linear, really. I think it's a switching supply. This appliance must be earthed. Turn off mains before fitting battery. Avoid flames and spark near battery. So I think this is what charges the motorhome battery. But it certainly looks like it's got pretty damp. I mean, you might be able to find some info on it on the internet. I don't know. But I won't be plugging it in until we find out a bit more about it. It looks like we've got some big transistors mounted here. Yeah, this looks like transistors mounted there. It does look like there's a bit of corrosion inside, so could be interesting. So I thought we'd have a look at it because, say, it came in before Christmas. Gavin's in. Hi, Gavin. You should accept the drawing as on people who have subscribed or Patreon only. I'm not really sure what you mean there, Rob. Nobody can get in the chat unless they're a subscriber. So he was a subscriber. But anybody can make up a false name, can't they? And repairing a bag for life. You've got some tape ready. MOSFETs you go. Ernest, pop rivets to drill. No, I don't think so. I think the case is just held on by these screws here. Let's see if we can find any information on a Zig X70 charger then. RF noise up the yin yang. It's probably one of these that won't fire up unless something's connected to the output, I suspect. It's going to be something like that, isn't it? Okay, we don't want that. We don't want Google on. It's going to really slow us down. Right, let's pause that. Zig, oh, Zig. X-70. Battery charger wiring diagram. Oh, we have a wiring diagram for it. Yeah, I don't think this is an internal diagram on it. Well, there is someone with a video on it. Caravan battery charger. Buy it, fix it. Let's share that link a minute with you. Copy link. Someone can have a little nosy at this then a minute. You fixed one, have you? You fixed one, Derek, have you? Interesting. Right, open the image in new tab. Well, that looks like a normal power supply. If it's the right one, it doesn't really say, does it? It does say X70 up there. Starter battery, leisure battery. It might be a linear one. If so, we might be lucky. But I can't see thermal cutout. No, I can't see any. That can't be right. I can't see any. Can't Can't see any transistors in this. I'm just having a nose now. An SCR and a Zener. That looks like some sort of amplifier. Battery condition compensation. 2 LEDs. Might be, you never know. But that's the other one. Yeah, we're going to get confused here now. Right. That's mixed channel, is it? Yeah, I think it's the wrong diagram. FM, good afternoon to you. Let's get the cover off and have a look. Ooh. It's just chucking stuff everywhere. That screw looks like it's been out before. Unless it's posi drive. Doesn't feel like posi drive. Might be though. No. How you doing, folk? There is a transformer in there, but it doesn't look like a mains transformer. It looks more like a switch mode transformer, but we won't really be able to tell until we get the lid off. Okay. Got those really annoying. Ooh, ooh, ooh! I can see an issue straight away. Potentially thyristor. Ooh, yes, this is definitely a switch mode power supply. Let's I need to get this top here off a minute. Let's just take a quick picture of the connections. Yeah, you can see what we're looking at there. Knowing Stuart's already probably got another one of these. And then the earth is down there. So let's pull these connectors off. I suppose potentially there could be some power still in this thing. But yeah, let me see if I can get you in and show you what I've seen so far. And if you can see that bit there. That is a very crispy thyristor. Oh, And what's the button? I can't see the code on it. Yeah, very crispy. You see that? It's kaput. He's got a hole. So with that, I'm going to open this thing. 71 Luminous Nights, Happy Hazy Punchy, 7.4%, big tropical and citrus notes, layered over a juicy body. From Dundee, look, the Ironworks. Now this is courtesy of Lidl. So God knows what this tastes like, but I thought I'd seen it yesterday. I thought I'd never had that before. It needs moving on to the next stage, landfill, yeah. That's clearly gone. That's one thing that's gone, but what has caused that to go? Or has it just failed because it's had a power surge? Has it had a zap of lightning? Anyway, cheers everybody. Double IPA, cuppa. Cool. That looks like a bad urine sample. Look at the colour of that. Look at the colour of that. That is properly cloudy, that. There's no seeing through that. Right, what else have we got in here? So we've got some rather big diode packages. So it looks like, oh, no, there's two transistors there, but there's a diode package there. What was that? Yes, there's two diode packages here. These are diodes, and these are transistors here. Can we see any other dodgy areas? Right, let me get my eyes on. That must have gone with a bit of a bang, that one. Let's get the light down a bit closer. Let's zoom you out. Yeah, this is the problem, and it's... I've tried repairing a battery charger before and failed miserably because I couldn't identify the components because they were toast. Oh, hang on, SCK 055. SCK 055, remember that. SCK 055. Let's get the bit of paper. SCK 055. I've loads of bits of paper here that I ripped up as note paper, and I ended up using them all, throwing them all away. So we definitely need one of them. Let's make a couple notes a minute. Apologies, that's blowing out my light. So it's a Zig X70 charger. So thyristor. And I said, what did I say that was? An SG SCK 055. That's blown right up. So that's definitely gone. 2SC 2625. No. What's that in there? Is that another bit of something that's died? There's my tweezers. It looks, well, there's a bit of rust on these. You've got diode package down here. It's got a bit of corrosion on it as well. Fuse looks okay. It's crazy, isn't it? The fuse is okay. Yeah, that's clearly blown its face off. There's lots of little, there's loads of little tiny components in here. Little, not tiny components, but little transistors. This must be fixable. I don't know if this is an octocoupler or not. What the hell is that? LM358N. So 2SC2625, is that a Kiviak beer? What's that mean? Tastes very nice, that malty, actually. Oh, Norwegian farmhouse yeast. Juice through anything. Oh, nice. £5 beer. How you doing, malty, anyway? You think it was the IC? I mean, I have got some of those, I think. Let's do some probing. Some probing. That's me meter. This is very rusty. Yeah, so you can't really get to the other side of the board without drilling those rivets out. What a pain that is. Yeah. Why have they done that then? So it looks like there's some sort of thermal fuse here. Maybe that's open. Let's have a look. You can easily check that. No, that's still okay. This fuse here, that fuse is all right. Thyristor. That's actually open. CON1. What was a CON1? think that's one of those safety caps. Strange. The IC doesn't seem to be connected to ground. Unless it's on the other side, ground. What have we got ground wise over here? Leads are playing up anyway. Give the leads a bit of manipulation. Better. Oh, let's try that again then. Yeah, don't seem to have a ground on that. I would have thought we would have had. And 358N. Oops, not enough memory to open this page. Why? Probably because we've got so many pages open here. Shut down the live stream. Everything's having a problem. Got a new router this week as well. Right. Okay, what's going on with this? So we had a little blip in the stream there as well. Let's close that one and pop this one out. What's a MOV? There is a MOV there. No, there's a con. Con 1. What the hell does that mean? What's a MOV and what's a con, people? Anyway, I was having a little nosy at this. What are you on? Are you on? Yeah, you're on the screen there. SC 2625. Power transistor. What make is it? EP. Right, this one is an LM358N. It's a little op amp. Why have they got a silly diagram for it? Just give us a line diagram showing us what pin does what, can't you? No, it can't. Right, my computer seems to be on a go slow for some reason. It's not loading up any of the data. Nope, neither that one. Right, there we go, pin out. That's all we want, is we just want a pin out. Thank you very much. Let's do that. Here we go. So pin 4 is a ground. Pin 4, so pin 1 is there, so pin 4 there. That is a ground, so that should be connected to ground. Doesn't appear to be though. Strange. Can't really see. If there's any damage underneath the board. That's definitely gone with a bang. How the hell am I going to get the board out? Because they put the screws on the other side. I definitely don't want you to get into this. Literally, to get this board apart, I would have to drill those rivets out, I'm sure of it. So we've got two studs that way up on there. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm looking at, can you? So we've got two screws here, one there and one there. That undoes that bit of the board. But these, down the bottom here, are screwed in from underneath, and there's no access to them. There's one in the middle there, which is holding it in as well. But those screws are on this back aluminium shield, which is riveted to the back plate. So the only way to get the board out on this would be to drill all these rivets out. So how are you supposed to do anything on that, eh? Right, why isn't this coming up then? Mode type bipolar resistors. High speed switching transistor. That's what it is. High voltage, high speed switching. Still can't find a data sheet for it. Well, there is a data sheet here, but it's playing hard to get by the looks of it. It doesn't tell me which pin is which, does it? Hang on. Really poor diagram, that. That's better. Base collector emitter, right. So let's have a look on those, see if we've got any of those shorted a minute. So diode test. Base and collector shorted. Base and emitter shorted. And that one. Yep. Both of those are shorted. Very shorted. Let's check these diodes. Those diodes look okay, but both of those two transistors there are shorted. I mean, hey, yeah, I gotta say, that's on diode test. If I swap the leads around, yeah. They're both shorted. They're both shorted. That's gone bang. Is it worth fixing? I could probably get some pliers in and undo that nut there on both of those. Strange, why have they gone and done that? And riveted that on so you can't get it apart. Yeah, I can see more. I can get at some of these transistors. It's difficult testing them in circuit because you just don't know what they're connected to, whether what they're connected to is working or not. I seem to have lost one of my little pointy probes. Oh, there he is. Let's see what we're saying on the chat then. Let me catch up. So I'm slacking again, aren't It blowed up real good. 3-terminal silicon blob, yeah. Large sledgehammer going, yeah. Not great because it's isolated, bizarre, thanks. Yeah, it is rusty. I mean, these are usually underneath the benches in caravans. So I suppose it could get damp under there. Let's just have a look at some of these other little transistors around this area. I can't see anything else burnt though. We've got some diodes down here as well. Let's try those. Okay. We've got seem to have a short across that diode as well. Although that's that way. Yeah, it's not showing a diode drop. Yeah. It is a sort of a diode, but just checking another diode in the back here, a little signal diode. Oh, hang on. These pins are so dirty. 0.04 that way. .04 the other way. Yeah, I think that those shorted transistors are going to throw this lot out anyway. Yeah, those transistors are going to mess up the readings on these diodes and that anyway, I expect, because they're across them, I'm sure. We've got a diode here that says plus. Diode there. Diode there. Yeah, 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. I think that's probably just a large diode, that one, so I think that one's probably all right. I suspect the diodes are there and there. And there and there. Yeah. That one's all right. It's just capacitors. Let's check this one. Strange readings on that one. Oh, that's better. That's okay. Yeah, I'd have to take it apart to get at these properly, but there's only so much you can check in circuit, really. Does look like it's had a bit of trauma there, but that might just be a bit of corrosion. Let's see how much one of these is. Zig X70. Let's see if it's still available. Oh, they are quite expensive. I mean, that one looks like it's burnt there. Brand new one. Yeah, just looking at the price of a new one just to see whether it will be more economical to just swap it out. But I suppose it's going to be in. Yeah, it looks burnt, doesn't it? It looks burnt already in that area. It comes pre-burnt out. God, some of these prices on eBay are crazy, aren't they? That's an X7, that says. Yeah, my computer's going so slow, it's scary. It's not worth fixing, Bob. I'm just saying because the market it's used in for insurance. Yeah, it's pretty toast, isn't it? I mean, how much are 2SC 2625s? Not that I can use the internet, so you might as well use my phone. Five pieces on eBay. For China. Just 2625 on it. Let's go to item location UK only. There's only 4 of them. £5.70 each. £6.90 each. £14.99 each. $400-volt 10 amp. Really? That's a hefty transistor, isn't it? That must have gone off with a bang when that went. Stuart never said nothing about a big bang. I mean, is it one of the transistors that's gone that's blown this thing up? Or is it that's gone that's blown this thing up? Or is there something else in here? It could be never ending. What's the verdict? You just don't know, didn't you? I could put sort of 20 quid's worth of parts in it. Spend, say, 50 quid labour, so say 70 quid on it. And then it still not work. And we've wasted 70 quid, which could have been put towards a new one. I think that one probably, we'll have to have a word with the owner on that before we do any more on that one. Don't think that's going to be worth fixing. I will have a look at that other video though, just to see. But it looks like that is not economically viable. So we'll have a word with Stuart, see what he says. He might say, yeah, what the hell, let's just throw a load of money at it and see if we can get it going. Unlikely, but he might do. £50 for a used one. There you are. That's a no-brainer then, Multi, isn't it? If it's working. And I mean, it does live in underneath the unit, so if it does fail, it could be catastrophic, couldn't it? You don't really want it failing in the middle of the night while you're all asleep and your caravan burning down, do you? So it's probably not something to mess with too much. I assume that's gone pop, maybe because of the damp. I don't know. Yeah, end of the day, someone's got to pay for the repair, Tim. That's the problem, you know, and it's not really worth charging someone to repair something like this when you can get one cheaper than the repair cost second hand. I'd had a guesstimate of 40 quid for the repair, but it's going to be more than that. So we'll see. You might say, yeah, give it a go. But that's down to my mate to sort that out. So there we are. Bye-bye for the time being, Mr. Zig, who is very rusty and has bled rust all over my bench. But yeah, that has gone bang, big star, that one has. It could have been a dodgy site hookup, couldn't it, really? Because I assume this is what the site hookup goes into. And then out to the battery and all the other ancillaries. Not the same model, okay. They die in their sleep. All right, what caravanners? Yeah. Yeah, I thought I used one. Yeah, Zig X70. Slightly different model. Brand new. Looks like they're 190 quid. Someone's offering 69 quid to repair them. There's a refurbed one for 71.96. $74.30. TX2000. X80. That's a slightly more powerful one by the looks of it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to have a word with Stuart and see what he says. Right, okay. That is my first repair on the list. So that is next in line for repair. Next we've got a very nice receiver and an amateur radio. Wow. GT Jeff, how you doing? Send it to Nick. Nick, you won't ever go with it, do you? What's Nick saying? It's doable? You like to test them out of circuit before condemning them? Yes, I know what you mean. We would need to pull it all apart, really. Rolf's in. Hi, Rolf. And Mavis. So it's a metal oxide varistor for over voltage protection. Absorb spikes until it becomes a short. But it looks like it has taken out the outputs as well. Bizarre, doesn't it? You declined that offer. There's me thinking you're going to be heroic, Nick, and take that on. But no, it's. I don't think it's worth the effort. You're not gonna. You're going to be out of pocket trying to fix that. Right, so let me go and I've got to unpack these next two because I've specifically left them in the box because they are quite valuable. So I'm going to pull one in at a time in the order that I've got them on my sheet. And Mrs. Cruncher very kindly let me store them in her room, in her little sort of what we would call her dressing room. It's basically another little box room. And these are coming from Axel. I'll be very pleased to know that I'm actually looking at them. He's done a good job of packing these up. It's a hellish heavy parcel. Right. I know it cost him an arm and a leg to send it as well. Lots of leads and things here. I've got one box out. Pardon me. I don't know which one it is though. Could be one of two, couldn't it? With 50-50 chance. Fifty-50 chance. So I've got some leads. I have a box. Do you want to have a guess what that is then? Guess what's in the box. Let's send Axel a message. He might pop in and say hello, you never know. All sorts of goodness in there. I don't think any of that's anything to do with this radio though. It's a big one. Bill, how you doing, mate? I fix stuff and I know things. I don't know things. I fix stuff and my viewers know things. We usually get to the problem, one of us or all of us. How's he wrap this up? Looks like it's that way up. I know one of them's a Yaesu. Whoever said that? That was David. It's not another Sony. No, there's no Sony in here. And incidentally, the Sony is back together. Notice how I said that. It's back together. But I don't know that I'm 100% happy with it yet. It is working. It works fine. It tunes. There's no problems with it dumping out. But some of the functionality is not there, I don't think. I've even had to get my head in the user manual. Look. Can you believe that? How's he wrap this up? Does that go across there? That go across there? Yeah, maybe. The suspense of it all, it's a DeWalt drill. It's a DeWalt drill, look. So we have got a Yaesu, but I don't think this is the Yaesu. This is the other one. So some DeWalt boots. Some DeWalt boots. I've just messaged Axel saying that I've got them on the bench, but he's been a bit poorly by the sound of it. There's a lot of it going about in there at the moment. trying to preserve the boxes so I can send it back in them. But Les, afternoon Les. This was Boots, Rob. This was DeWalt Boots. If I can get into the box. Christoph, how you doing? Okay. I'm struggling to get into this. What's going on here? It's got to come out that way, surely. It's like a magic box, this. How the hell does it come apart? I think maybe I just need to go deeper with those. So you've done a good job packing it up. Okay, something else is appearing. No, I don't think these are mains ones. Although this might be. But the radio isn't. Again, I'm being very careful because I don't want to scratch anything. I know it said, Axel did say it took him forever to wrap these up, so we've got to be careful. Rampton, how you doing, mate? Miserable rainy day in Maryland. Oh, I'll tell you what I've got to do. I've got to go and check the fire a minute. Let me just see if I can reveal any more of this a second for you. Now, I've always fancied one of these, but I don't really think I can warrant it because I've got other stuff that does the same thing. So if I show you that bit, look, can anybody guess what it is from that? Look? Can anybody guess what it is from that? Let me just go and check the fire a minute. I'll be back. Feels warm enough down here. Our fire's still looking good, isn't it?
Looks fantastic.
Of course, boiling in here.
These are solid.
So I've got like anthracite on it at the moment. It's okay. It burns nice and hot. You just stay in for quite a long time, but you get a lot of ash. Yeah, that's going to be fine for a while, yeah. So we've got like a wood burner, like a multi-fuel. Well, I say multi-fuel. It'll burn coal or smokeless or logs. It's a log burner, really. The coal stays in for quite some time. Whew. Tuning dial. Carthor. A camera. No, it is a radio. Right, let's see if I can get the rest of this unwrapped a minute. Let's just send a link to you. Let's view channel. Let's get a link to that. We've got 76 watching at the moment. No, I just sent Axel a link. Okay. Yeah, David's got it. I think he has anyway. Yeah. Well done. Did you use Google? Did you use Google image search on that, David? Or have you seen one before? Bizarre said AOR as well. Look. It is an AOR 7030. Sounds like Beverly Hills 90210. Oh, hello. And we have a screw. A screw loose. That screw literally just dropped out. Strange. Doesn't look like that's actually attached to anything. Yeah. That's cheating. You guessed it, Carther, did you? So no, these are very nice and very expensive receivers. HF only. So just really the amateur bands. 0 to 30 megs. Now I know the problem with this is the connectors on the back are broken, and this is and that one's okay. These are not push-in ones; they're clip-up ones. So you stick the wire in there and then clip that one in. So this one's missing. Now I think Axel did say he lost that little bit. I'm not sure. See, I've had the problem with one of these before, and I had to change it for like a speaker terminal type thing. End of the day, it's passive. There's no voltage goes through this. It doesn't need to be anything too fancy. But yeah, nice bit of kit. Be rude not to fire it up and get it attached to an antenna, really, wouldn't it? So we got power supply on it. Center pin positive. I expect 12 to 15 volt negative ground. I suppose we ought to try it, didn't we? Aston, how you doing? Test equipment repairs. Get on, Aston. Hopefully you've managed to sort them all and earn yourself a bit of cash, mate. Right. So there's this little bag with leads and that in. Let me see what's in here. Yeah, it's a nice bit of kit. No, I think that's for the other radio. Yeah, that's the modular plug for the other radio. What's this in here? Oh, I think this is the remote control. I think this has got remote control even. Is that right? Yeah. Remote controller, how about that? Whoa. These are mega money, these. So I've never had one to play with, so I can't really comment on what they're like. This looks like it could be the power supply for it, so let's pop this one open. You're logged in but not allowed to chat. You've got to be a subscriber to chat, Axel. It might be that you're not logged in on your account on your phone. Axel is trying to join us, but he's not able to chat for some reason. Well, that's a Yaesu mic, so that goes with a Yaesu. Okay. That says it's a lithium-ion battery. So I'm wondering whether this is for the other radio. I think. Not this one. Okay. Let me just see if this plug here fits in the back. Yes, it does. So center pin positive. And we want 12 volts. I don't know what sort of ampage it draws. Going to be a fair bit. Right, okay. Let's I'm streaming again, but I need to just go into the software just to see if you can hear me. Am I back? Okay, let me get the chat up then. Apologies for that, I don't know what's going on here. It seems my computer keeps running out of memory, but... Okay, let's make sure it's still... Yeah, okay, so I'm still live, right, fine. Let's cancel that down. Oh, I need to get my chat up, don't I? So I don't want to cancel that down because I can't see what you lot are saying about me. Well, I can because I can see it on here. No video. How about now? Italy Zulu 8 Golf Delta Charlie Pasquale Oscar Echo 5 Mike Oscar November close to Salzburgo. Bye bye 73. As you can hear, I've got the radio hooked up. Any DX for this gentleman? Yeah, it was nighttime scene. It was. Yeah, so I've got it hooked up to my wire via this antenna coupler. It's not tuned in properly yet. I've not got it on the right frequency. It should be there.
Roger, Kemal, Bursa, fine business, and you 25 dBs over is 90 Kemal, big signal. Thanks for calling. Happy Sunday, 73.
That's a good signal, isn't it? Right, let me get the chat back up.
Thank you, bye-bye.
See what we're saying, what I'm saying, yeah. Right, let's get my chat back up. See if I can find my chat.
Thank you. Over the other DX station outside of Europe, call now.
They want outside of Europe. What's wrong with speaking to Europeans?
Okay, Quebec 8, November Alpha, thank you for calling. You're 5 and 9 plus, my name is Carl, over. Roger, you're beside Pasquale. Okay, no problem, thank you. What is your name? Your name, please, over.
No, I've never had one of these, so I haven't got a clue.
Okay, Lorenz, no problem, Lorenzo. Thank you for the contact. Buona fortuna, buona
What any of this does.
Italy Queen 8, November Alpha, Oscar Echo 5, Mike Oscar November. Ciao, grazie. Thank you. Anybody else? Oscar Echo 5, Mike Oscar November.
Treble bass, there's all sorts of things going on here.
A station with Charlie.
Oh, that's the bandwidth filters.
Nothing heard. Oscar Echo 5, Mexico. Execute 20 meters.
Filter.
Echo 5, Mexico, Oscar Norway. Echo 5, Mike Oscar November. Execute 20 meters. Over.
That sounds better. And this is the passband filter.
Okay, who is the station? Delta Zulu.
Oh, nice.
The station just calling. One more time your call, please. Over.
Nice filters on that.
Very strange conditions up and down. CQ20, Oscar Echo 5, Mike Oscar November, CQ 20 meters, over.
Yeah, bandwidth is mental, isn't it? It's going up.
Roger 2,
It does
Echo
1.3, 1.4, 2.1, 5.4, 6.5, 9.5.
Alpha Radio Lima, Kyoto.
So you can hear there's a station nearby, so we should be able to tune him out with this one. There he's gone.
Roger Lee, thank you very much for the 5.
So the passband's working very well. So if we go back,
On my second location in the countryside in a snowstorm. 73 Lee, thanks for calling. Happy Sunday, and hope to catch you again, Lee.
you need another station.
Fox Charlie, Echo 5, Mike Oscar November, 73.
That's great. So you can hear it's another station quite close.
Anybody else? Oscar Echo 5, Mike Oscar November.
It's another one there on 305, look.
I will send you into a search for the present.
Florida 6, Florida Mike X-ray. Florida 6, Florida Mike
French station calling in.
Florida 6, Florida Mike X-ray, 59, good luck.
So we've got all sorts of stuff on here. Treble. Bass. I like a nice bassy audio, to be fair, but I'll leave. Yeah, nice radio. I wonder how that compares against my 5000 over there. Don't know. Right, I'm still trying to get the chat back up. Let's have a look. Let's get the chat up on screen. I've got it on my phone here so I can see what you're saying about me. There's Axel, he's in. This is a nice radio, Axel. Very nice. I think it's irreparable. I'm going to have to keep it, I think. Irreparable. Right, let's get my there. Right, I'm back. I've got my chat up. So I'm just having a tune around the 20-meter band at the moment, but you can hear it's pretty active. Let's get rid of this other bit of aerial a minute. And put this down on the bench then. Nice.
Avec la moto devant l'inspecteur et puis il m'a dit bon bah vous démarrez la pécane et ce qu'elle était difficile à démarrer, je faisais 59 kilos, je mettais des 59 kilos sur les trucs et des fois il descendait pas, puis alors attention les retours, hein. Mais enfin je pouvais régler l'avance en volant, donc je mettais du retard et puis c'était tout. Il m'a fait faire un tour.
RF game was quite a bit down.
Vous revenez.
That's a bit livelier.
J'ai fait des priorités à droite.
Let's have a look down on 40 meters. Oh, wrong one. Better.
Not far off, but I at that age yet, and I wouldn't want to be up there. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay there. If you don't mind, I'll see if there's anybody else out there. I'm not going to be here too much longer. I've been on maybe 2.5 hours already, and I've I've made quite a few contacts, so it's 3 nights this afternoon. Call 373, all the best, you enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll catch you very, very soon.
That's working very well, Axel.
All the best, Rob.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the packaging, Axel. It took me a while to get into it. I'll zoom you in a little bit closer to the dial so you can see what's going on. Look. It's nice to actually get my hands on one of these to have a play with it, Axel, to be fair. And it's quite nice that you've got this little remote that comes with it so we can turn the volume up and down.
All the best, Rob. Nice day, and give me a call anytime you get me.
I actually like that. Something's blowing the... Which one is it? Is it that one or is it that one? Is it that one? One of them's blowing the...
Yeah, all good, and yeah, having a play, everything, finally got everything up and running, as it should be, so, all good, so, just talking on tennis, I'm going to have to go, I'll have one more round.
Slow for SSB.
It's not been so well. I'm on cooking duty again, Steve. Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, I hope she starts to feel better soon, pal. Not good. Okay, Dave, no problem. I've got to disappear in a little while. But no, all good, mate. Okay, good to hear anyway, Dave. Yeah, you're good to as of you are, Rich, so no problem with you. Okay, Dave, I'll speak to you later on. I'll speak to you tomorrow night. Well, you'll be on a bit later anyway, wouldn't you? I'll be on 7, 8 o'clock anyway. So. I'll be on later, Steve, so, alright, Rich, sorry to make it a short one, but I've got chef duty. Steve, you're out of that. Oh, these don't be one to them, eh? Very good. Well, sounds well, Rich. I'm on the same audio profile. I run into the turn on, but yeah. Anyway, we'll speak later. 7-3. Yeah, catch you later, Dave. All the best. 7-3. 7-3, Dave. All the best. There's also a 5,000 and me, Rich. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm not.
Ah, we're back. I think we're back. I think we are at long last back, aren't we? Are we back? Oh, what a nightmare. Yes, that's something to do with this. There was a corrupt file in vMix, so, don't know. I think we're back. I'm just going to get the chat up. Trouble is, the more I've unplugged the webcam to try and cut down the cameras. But I mean, I need these two cameras really because they run the stream. They're the main two. I've got other stuff connected, but that doesn't really. It's not online. So I'm down to two cameras now. I've got rid of the webcam, which I don't use the webcam very often, to be fair. Rob's saying it's still not working for Rob. Well, it's working for everybody else, Rob, so you might need to refresh. Mark Jones, hi Mark, and Radek. Thanks for the new joiners, and apologies for the cock-up with the stream. I don't know whether it's the software or the laptop, I don't know, but apparently there was a corrupt file in vMix, which I use, and I've had to reboot to remove the corrupt file or repair it. I don't know, but it's working. It's working. It's a bit of a coincidence I've had a new router as well, so whether it didn't like that, I don't know. Let's see if I can reconnect the chat then. I've got it on my phone here so I can see what you're saying about me. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So I've been listening to this radio while you've been gone. I've still been here. I've still been here. It's all you that went, not me. Oh dear, it's a nice radio, this. How are we doing for time? 4:45. Right. Let me get my chat back up then, if it will let me. Restore my chat. Close that. Yay. You returned from a work meeting. Excellent. It all looks to be going well so far. Touch wood. Touch wood. Right, okay. So, yes. We are back. Apologies for that. I really don't know what's going on there. It sort of said there was a problem with this software. I mean, if you look at the screen, you can sort of see the software I'm using. I don't know how much of the screen you can see there, but you can see everything. But it all appears to be connected. Just went corrupt for some reason. Okay, so this is working amazing. This is really fast tuning as well. Let's try Volmet 5505. So it's
forecast maximum temperature 2 on the 17th at 15.
that is lovely, isn't it? Look at that.
Becoming between 1700 and 2000. Wind 350 degrees, 3 knots. Probability 40% from 0300 until 0900. Visibility 4,500 meters. Mist, cloud, ceiling broken at 1,200 feet. Becoming between 0800 and 1000. Wind 250 degrees, 6 knots. Probability 40% from 1500 until 1900.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that screw on the top there, Axel. It's not, doesn't appear to have a thread to go into.
1500 until the 17th at 2100. Wind 060 degrees, 5 knots. Cab okay. Forecast.
In fact, that one's loose as well on the back.
On the 16th at 1500 Zulu. Forecast minimum temperature -3 on the 17th at 0.
The one on the back's loose as well, look.
Forecast maximum temperature.
If you have a look at this one.
On the 17th at 1400 Zulu. Probability 30% from 0000 until 0900. Visibility 4,500 meters. Mist, cloud.
Yeah, that was not connecting to anything either.
400 feet.
Strange.
Zurich, Metroport. Zurich at 1620 Wind 060 degrees, 4 knots. Wind varying between 030 degrees and 090 degrees. Visibility 8 kilometers. Cloud.
How strange.
1,600 feet. Temperature 2. Dew point -2. QNH 1016. Low sig. Geneva, Metroport. Geneva.
I mean, that's a screw out of the other one. I mean, that looks okay, doesn't it? It's not crossed, but the thread in there is crossed.
4 knots. Wind varying between.
Yeah, unusual that. I don't know what's going on there. It's the wrong size Allen key for that one anyway, but... Ah, okay. That one's just loose. I had the wrong size Allen key. Yeah, this one's got no thread in there at all. This one doesn't appear to have any anything to screw it in, so I might need to put some JB weld in there maybe and drill it and tap it. Whether that'll hold or not, I don't know. Anyway, the purpose of this is just to repair the back axle, isn't it? I believe. It's a lovely radio axle, there's no doubt about that. But that one, I don't know how we're going to do that. But you know, it's not got a thread in there. Maybe I can put a riv nut in there or something like that. I'll have to pull it apart and have a look. So that's the AOR. That is next in line after the caravan power supply. As I say, we've got to find another one of these. So if anybody knows of anywhere we can get one, as I say, I did have some ones from a speaker here somewhere, but I think they're too big. See if I can find them. It's there, I think. Yeah. So you can get something like this, but as you can see, that's way too big. I could kibosh it in, I suppose, somehow, but not pretty, is it? So ideally I want something like that, but smaller. Obviously this is still working, that is connected to that, but if you've got a wire antenna, that ain't much good unless you've got something like I've got. Something like this. Because you can see that I've put one of those speaker terminal connectors on this one because it broke. But this takes a long wire and then converts it to a 239. So that's what I've been using on it. So I've got my long wire using that coupler to connect it into the radio. You're not impressed with it? You got something similar from Mouser. I mean, we can do a fancy thing with Google. See if it'll find it. Oh, that's nothing like it. Yeah, see, Google, sometimes you can get a Google image. Let's do it times 1. Right, let's see if I can find it from that then. No. Google's let us down there a little bit. I don't know if this back plate comes off. Or whether it's, you've got to take the whole radio apart to get at it. Zoom you out a little bit so you can see what I'm up to. So I'm just undoing these 2 screws here to see if that will release the back panel. I suspect everything's screwed to it and you've got to undo everything to get it off. Yeah. Let's pop the bottom off and have a look. This looks like the easiest way to get in. Let's use a Japanese screwdriver. Nope. Is it posi then? Posi drive. I'll tell you what, they certainly mess about with their screws, don't they? Yeah, I mean, I can wangle something to put back in there, Axel. I mean, I could fit that back in there with a bit of modification of the case. I just need to make the hole bigger. I don't really want to start chopping it apart like that. It'll kill the resale value on it if you do something like that. It'll get it working, but yeah, Mrs. Cruncher's home. It is speaker terminals, really. Oh, you still can't get in there now, look. Looks like someone's done a couple of little modifications to it as well. A couple of little capacitors on there. Yeah, that's actually soldered directly to the board, I expect that. Let's pop the top off as well. Might as well in for a penny, in for a pound and all that. Let's see if we can get in from the top. Certainly can't get in from the bottom. I expect you've got to take the whole thing apart to get at that. You know. Does that come off now? Yeah, that's not a great screw system really, that. So yeah, I can see it a bit better now. Let's have a look. So there's the inside of it. Very nice. See if we can get these little connectors out without ripping the wires off. No. Someone's just pushed those in, I think. Strange. Or is they... Oh, I see. Unusual. That's like a cable clamp type thing. Never seen those before. Right. That's that lid off. So yeah, it's actually got some nice Collins mechanical filters in there, look. Little Murata filter. Very nice. Not much to it though, is there? We've got a backup battery there that might want doing. That nasty yellow shiter in there. So it's got an oven controlled oscillator as well in there. Very nice. They are Rockwell Collins filters, yeah. A 9425 and a 9440. For those of you filter fanatics. If I can get it any closer with it out, without it blurring. Yeah, and there's a oven controlled oscillator down there, look. Nice, but to say the part that we're interested in is this bit here. It looks like it solders to the board as well, just to make it even more of a pain. Right. I should leave you with that shot. I mean, I'm just going to say hello to Mrs. Cruncher and quickly nip to the loo. So yeah, that's a connector just back here is what we need to change, this one here. Let's go see Mrs. Cruncher a minute. Won't be a sec. Right, back in the room. Fire still lit. Good news. Mrs. Cruncher in the building. Whew. Right, so that is not going to be easy to get out. Yeah, there's definitely SMD in there. Yeah, there is a bit of corrosion in the area of that battery already, look. I don't know if you can see that or not on the board there. But yeah, there's corrosion on that battery, so we need to get that one out. Strange, we've got a socket there, look, that says Q8 EEPROM, and it's not populated. Unusual. Let's get a bit of microscopage across. Still got loads more to look at. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get through them all though. I think we're gonna be saving some for next week. Because this is only the first of Axel's radios. He's got another one there, yeah. We've definitely got some corrosion on the board there, though, that needs looking at. So that's going to be a pain in the backside. Right, let's see if it'll let me pull the microscope into the thing. Yeah, okay. So we want to stand it. That's front. Let's get some bubble wrap underneath its bottom. Let's have a little look. Where are you, you nasty little thing? Yeah. Well, there he is. So you can see the leakage has started to seep into the board there, look. And also on that corner and up here, just out of shot. So it looks like we're going to need to change the battery. You can see like a tide line where it's come out all the way out here, all the way up around this. See this? So it's come all the way out to here as well. So maybe it's lucky that we're in this one. I've just caught it in time, I think. Yeah. That battery is past its best. I'm just trying to, apologies for moving it around so much, but just trying to get it in focus for you. That's kaput, isn't it? That's got to come out. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up in the process. Okay. I don't think there's anything else wrong with it. It's had some work, you know. Something's definitely been. That's been changed, that one. You don't get to see inside these things very often, so make the most of it. Yeah, so somebody's definitely done a bit of work to that. Yeah, looks like just put another resistor in there. There's those filters. Very nice. Again, another little cap's been done just down there by the looks of it. It's been changed. That's a bit unusual. We've got a load of heat sink compound underneath this one. Huh. Is it done for a reason? The heat dissipation maybe into the board. More corrosion down there on that terminal. Is that close to our battery? No, it's not really. Definitely got some corrosion down there to look at. I don't think you can quite see that, can you? There we are, look. The corrosion there. Don't know what would have caused that. Yeah, this is one of those sets where unless it was something pretty obvious, I would not be messing with this. This needs to go to someone that's a lot more knowledgeable than me, I can say. Right, what else has been done then? It did look like something had been done along by those diodes there. Let's have a quick look at those. The middle one looked like it had been... Yeah, that's not factory. So that one's been changed. These look like they've been out as well. So maybe those 3 diodes there have been done. But yeah, that's that EEPROM socket, look. So we've got an EEPROM socket there without an EEPROM in it. That's a bit strange, isn't it? As I say, I'm not familiar with the radio, but whether that's purely for programming it, I don't know. Yeah, that's you've got to get that repaired. That I can do. I think you can get these batteries. So this is like the daughter board in behind the main processor board, I think. Got SMD electrolytic there. Crystal down there. There you are. A nostalgic trip around the 7030. So look at the bottom of that board where that corrosion is, and it's strange, it does appear to be here. Seems to be in this area where we've got this sort of scratched bit of board there. How strange. Yeah, that appears to be that terminal of that. Yeah, that is that resistor in there. So those 2 pins are that resistor that's got the corrosion on. But this is interesting. That's been added in across 2 terminals. Also, that one. I'm a bit close, aren't I? Yeah. So we've got a couple of capacitors that have been added in, probably by the manufacturer. They look like they're Elno ones, and they look to be very nicely done. And we've also got a little diode in there. Whether that's done to increase the frequency range, it's only a 4148 by the looks of it. Could be, Gavin. It's had a couple of little modifications anyway. It's got we've got to get that battery out. I've got to sort this case out. So let's just have a look at that screw thread. So for some bizarre reason, that's the screw thread and that is totally gone. So it looks like it just bites into this bit of metal and makes its own thread, but it looks like someone's glued that in actually, because that's I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing there. Yeah, there we are. So this is the thread. But someone's glued that in, because that there is glue. Yeah. So it just sort of bites into a couple rails in the case there. If I can get that in focus a bit better or not. Yeah, you can just about see it. Then if you look at the other screw threads, literally it just bites into the aluminium. It's like a serrated edge on it. So I think I can probably put some JB weld on that and screw that one back in. So I think it's aluminium. It does look like if I unsolder the antenna connector down in the corner here, if I can find out, well, you can't see it. Yeah, if I unsolder the antenna connector there, and the two things, I think this back panel might just come off, you know. I think that's all that's holding it on, is those two. There's a little LED there in the back. That's some photo diode or something that push back in. Display contrast. Very nice radio. Very nice. Right. Let's get the microscope out of the way a minute. Justin, bought by German George. Justin Linders. Oh, noise blanker and notch filter is an optional add-on. Wow. Yeah, I wonder if you could get that part from AOR, but the trouble is there's no AOR in the UK really. I think, is it Waters and Stanton or Martin Lynch are the agents for them? So yeah, you need to take that nut there out. That's the ground. That'd be a pig to put back in. well, I'm going to take that out another day. That's not for today. Not for today. But yeah, it's interesting having a look at that. And I've got to somehow find I've got to somehow find a connector that will fit in that hole that I can solder into the board, and I've got to find another battery. Just going to put a couple of screws back in to just hold it all in place. Did the speaker go on the front or the back? I don't know, man. I think it goes that way around, doesn't it? Definitely don't want to be over tightening those screws. There we are. So let's put that one safely out of harm's way. Oh, that could be a good idea, Anthony. Yeah, that might do it. Catch you soon, Derek. Cheers, Derek. Lynch, Waters and Staton. Terminal looks like an FE6935 Cliff speaker audio connector. Yeah. Let's go and get Axel's other radio. Then what have we got? We've got a Pro 80, ICF 7600 and an SW55 after that. Ooh, that fire smells a bit. Oh, cool! This is a lump. I think this one is in for those ceramic trimmers to be changed. I believe that's it, wouldn't it? I don't know which way up this is. He's done a massive mental job on that, Axel, getting all that taped up, I tell you. It's like a Rubik's cube. Aha. think I've got one in. Certainly didn't want this to get damaged, Axel. You've done a cracking job on the packaging. Oh, I've gone and picked up all my cotton buds with the packaging now and tipped it all over the floor. So we've got this the wrong way up and the wrong way round. Ow. Bit me. It's got the ATU on it as well, is that what it is? Yeah, it is. Very nice. Hey, we're in, Axel. Okay, so this is, we've got a bail arm on this, yes we have. This is 897, which I thought was smaller than this. That's quite a lumpy bit of kit, that, isn't it? There we go. We've got an LDG antenna tuner, auto tuner. Very nice. No, I haven't got a power supply nearby that I can connect that up with. Mine's only 5 amp. Pretend that we're not going to transmit, are we? But yeah, that's a pretty rugged. I thought these were smaller, you see, because you've got a carry handle on the side, look. But God, that's quite a lump. Oh dear, how heavy is that thing? Right, what's the yeah, they've done a good job on that, Axel. So what was the issue with this one then, Axel? Is it the yeah, so Axel is actually an amputee, so he only has one arm, so he has packed that with one arm, so you've got to give that a thumbs up for Axel. It was a fine wire, but it just broke. What was that, Axel? So I'm pretty sure Axel said that this one was noisy on the bands. I believe it's got to have the little ceramic trimmers done. You think it doesn't hear anything? Oh, the wire you put into the 7030. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, yeah. I understand now. We're getting confused now, Axel. I thought we were talking about the Yaesu, not the 7030. Right. They used to have an external rechargeable battery to go with it as well. Hell. You need a full-on backpack to lump this thing around, don't you? Let's have a look. Might be able to connect it up. Yeah, is this what this battery here is for, Axel, was it? Is this to power it? Was that for the... What is this thing for then? Two amp, 12 volt. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is for, Axel. That's for the AOR, is it? Dump the tuner. Oh, that's not very nice. That's not a very nice bazaar. This is Axel's pride and joy. So yeah, this one, the coils need doing on it. Got here banana connectors. What's inside the banana connectors? Anything? Clipped onto the wires, okay. Toroid. I was going to fire it up a minute. Let's see if I can. I'll try and work out how this toggle thing works, Axel. Oh, I see. Right, very clever. So let's turn my power supply off a minute. I'm sure it'll take 13.8 up it. It's only 5 amp this one, mind you, so 12 volt car battery. Yeah, I've got a regulated bench power supply here, so I can connect it to that for now. It'll do 5 amps, so right. Yeah, it wants 0.7 of an amp. Well, let's connect an antenna up to it. What are we on, 7, mate? lower sideband. How do you turn the thing to lower sideband? I don't know. There's our mode. There we are. Not used to one of these, but this is fast and slow.
Everything is fine. Yeah, this QTH is not possible to install a bigger antenna for 40 meters. I have on my tower also a 2-element quad for the classic 3 bands for 20, 15 and 10. And the picture that you see on QSL.com is an old one. I must do another one, put inside in the future, because this is 13 years ago in my old QTH here in the same city. And this was a very nice antenna. It was a 3-element quad for the classic 3 band. And it was 24 meters high, and it was a good antenna for 20 meters to make a little bit DX. Very, very nice antenna, I must say.
That's just to do with the VFO. It means it's free running VFO, I believe.
Going very big, and it's getting
Well, it seems to be working all right, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll have to study the manual on this before I mess about with it. Data nonsense.
Okay. Temperature.
Does seem to be fine, doesn't it?
-10. QNH 1025. Stockholm, Arlanda, Metroport.
That's a good test.
Stockholm, Arlanda at 1720 Zulu. Wind 260 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud, shallow, broken at 3,000 feet. Temperature -6. Dew point -10. QNH 1019er, low sig. Bergen, Metroport, Bergen at 1720 Zulu. Wind 110 degrees, 3 knots. Cab okay. Temperature -4. Dew point -8.
Noise reduction works very well, look.
Low sig. Helsinki Vanta, Metroport, Helsinki Vanta at 1720 Zulu. Wind 050 degrees, 4 knots. Wind varying between 500 meters. Light through, cloud, shallow, broken at 2,000 feet. Temperature -8. Dew point
That is absolutely bang on.
1014. Becoming visibility 5 kilometers. This is Shannon Volmet. Shannon Volmet.
It seems to be working very nice.
Zurich forecast. Zurich valid from the 16th at 1800 until the 17th.
The tuner's not actually turned on. It's through my tuner.
Cloud, few at 1,600 feet. Forecast maximum temperature.
Can't quite see it there, but
17th at 15.
I'm using it through this one. If I put it through,
-3 on the 17th at 0600.
that's through, that's with the tuner.
40% from 19er.
Doesn't really make a lot of difference.
2200. Cav okay. Probability 40% from 0300 until 0900. Visibility 4,500 meters. Mist, cloud.
So did you mean is it through the
200 feet. Becoming between 0800 and 1000. Wind 050 degrees.
do you mean the tuner on the side here? This one?
40% from 15.
If I push that button there, it'll try and transmit to tune it, so I won't be doing that.
Okay.
But it is connected through the tuner, yeah.
Geneva forecast. Geneva valid from the 16th at 1800.
Only tunes when you key up and it sets itself.
2400.
So it's going through the tuner.
Degrees, 5 knots. Cab okay. Forecast maximum temperature.
I can plug it in directly.
17th at 14.
I can plug it in directly, bypassing the tuner. I don't know if that made any difference to the signal. Probably not much attenuation on that.
500 meters.
Another screw loose on it though.
Cloud, Zulu, broken at 1,400 feet. Met reports. Zurich, Met report. Zurich at 1720 Zulu. Wind 010 degrees, 4 knots. Visibility 8 kilometers. Cloud, few at 1,800 feet. Temperature 1, dew point -2, QNH 1017, low sig. Geneva, Met report. Geneva at 1720 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind 040 degrees.
Wow.
2 knots. Cavalcade.
Trying to think, there must be a way of scrolling through these faster. Wrong way. Some data. Yeah, there's bound to be a way to put it in fast or slow. Trying to get up into the AM band. Yeah, I'll have to dig the manual out, won't I? Interesting radio though. I'm not sure, Falk, how far away I am, but I can usually get I can normally get Shannon. So I'm only using a long wire. Yeah, I'm not sure how you put it into fast and slow. Normally there's a speed something or other here, but I don't think this. There we go. You just push that then. Okay, suss that out. I think it was back further as well. Oh, actually, that's on lower sideband, isn't it? That's better. That's a good.
070 degrees. Had okay. Temperature -1. Dew point.
Press F.
-6. QNH 1027. Wind 080 degrees, 6 knots. Cav okay. Temperature 2. Dew point -5. QNH 1021.
It's
No sig.
It's a very nice radio, though, isn't it? It does seem to be. It does seem to be very good. Yeah, there's an F knob there, but it's fairly similar to my. I've got the 857 over there. The sort of display here is very similar, but the rest of it is totally different. I know my way around that one, but not this one. To hold F is the speed, right? Okay. Not to worry, we got there in the end, Axel. Well, what do we do? It does seem to be working very nicely. I'll have to go right the way through it when I'll stick it on the test set and just see what it's doing. I should be able to key it up into the test set. Maximum 50 watts I can key into that, so yeah, it should be alright. I suppose this one does 100 watts on full whack, does it? Like I say, I'll have to have a look through it. Interesting, it does HF, VHF, UHF as well. Very nice. So yeah, I will be interested in getting that one on the bands. I have no HF antenna here that I can transmit on, but I do have the long wire that I can receive on, and I've got VHF, UHF that I can transmit on. I was saying that I could probably transmit on 10 meters, and maybe more with my ATU, but I don't want to stress the poor thing. But yeah, nice radio that. I'm quite impressed with that. Never actually had one to use. I've seen them before, but never used one. So there we are. Stick that one on his side. And let's have a very quick look at the other things, and then I'm going to call it a day. The stream seems to have sorted itself out, didn't it? So the next one was the Pro 80 that we saw the other week. Can you remember we already had a look at that one? That was the one that's coming from Ernest with the dodgy capacitors. So this was the Pro 80 that's come in pieces. It's not a problem because I can put that back together. And basically it needs the capacitors doing. So let's have a quick look at it for those that didn't join the other week when we had a quick nosy at it. And I'll show you what needs doing on this one. This is the usual, really. This happens to all of these. We're going to need some microscopage again. Because just glancing at it, it looks okay. It's only when you get up close that you find issues. It was dead. I'm not sure why that was, Axel. I'm magic, see? I can fix stuff without even touching it. Okay, yeah. So let's get you in a bit closer on the board on this one. We come over here. It's difficult to sort of get you in on something really nasty because it's all so small. I can get you in a bit closer, but it goes really dark then. It's got a very low depth of field when you're in close. There you go. So you can see, for a start, that one there. That is all electrolyte that's leaked out of that cap. That's just one example. That one's not too bad. Not too bad. That one looks like it's already been off. Yeah, it looks like that one's already been off there for some reason. Okay, that one almost looks like someone's tried to change some of these. What we must be careful of is that this transformer here, what happens to these is these capacitors either side leak and all the electrolyte goes underneath this poor thing. And I mean, you can see it there. It's got some crud from this one that's leaked onto it. There's a lot of muck and, I mean, that looks like flux. That looks like flux there. It might be electrolyte. Scratch and sniff job, isn't it? Over here. That one. Yeah, it looks like someone's had a little look at this at some stage. That one's not too bad, although you can see it has been leaking. It's all sticky and you can see the muck on the board there. I don't know if Ernest is still with us, but this is Ernest's radio. And usually it gets a bit nasty when you get in here, in this other section. So let's zoom back out a bit. So you can see we've got some corrosion in here. Here, here. Yeah, it's all corroded. Got some nasty conductive glue there as well. It doesn't look like it's shorting anything out. We got capacitors in here. See, this don't look factory. That sort of looks like it's been off before, doesn't it? It looks like it may have been off before. There's like a plier mark there. I wonder if this has had a recap before and we're on its second recap, maybe. The other problem is down here. Now that is a problem in there. How well you can see that, but that is all electrolyte there. Green muck. So that chip is going to have to come off. It might need replacing, that one, which is a pain because I haven't found a decent supplier of those yet. The last time I had to use Little Thief, and that was quite expensive. But yeah, this one's leaked out here. Look, you can see it. Well, I think you can see it anyway. All this green muck. These have leaked. You can see it's got onto that transistor there. That's not good. That resistor. Yeah, that's going to have to come off, I think. Hopefully it's alright because that's voltage regulator there and there. They're quite expensive. I think I paid 14 quid for the last one. Something mad. I must speak to Adele because I know he's got some. I don't know where he gets them from. Maybe he'll reveal his source. Yeah, so that board's not great. And that's the worst of it, really, as long as this ribbon cable's not damaged. You remember the problems we had with that Sony, where all of this had got corrosion in underneath it. Well, this one looks okay. I had one of these before that was ripped here, and this one is ripped as well. So you can see it's ripped there. You've got to be so careful with these. It's not ripped the trace yet, but it's not far off. Anywhere else ripped? Another rippage. The rest of it looks alright. So we just got that little tear there. But like I say, it's not gone into the trace yet. The trace is just there, so it's not quite there. So maybe I'll have to reinforce that with a bit of Captain tape. Maybe a bit of epoxy. Stop it happening again. Yeah, so that's the situation with that one. That's in for a recap. I should be able to put that back together. I've taken enough of them apart to not know how they go back together. Right, what have we got next? ICF 7600 for Jerry. Right, now where is that one? Is that here yet? Is that here yet, I ask? I think it is. I think it is. This is this one. Yeah, this is from Jerry. Nice little letter in there, so always good to put me a little bit of info in there with your name, address, and what's wrong with it. Then I can get my head in and fix it. So what's Jerry saying on this one? He's had it for 15 years, of which FM has only been working up until recently. Last summer it's completely failed and no longer switches on. So we're going to whip the case off this one a minute and pop the board out. Again, I've done a lot of these. Some you can save, some you can't. Depends how far gone it is. This is the problem with a lot of these radios. You really got to get them done before they go wrong. I know it doesn't seem right, does it? But they're of that age now where if they're not gone, they will be very soon. And if you haven't done the caps, you risk damaging the board quite badly, which increases the repair cost, can be quite considerably. Right, let's pop this one. Should pop on the power supply. DC center pin negative. Center pin negative. What is it, this one? Is this a 6 volt? A 6 volt. I ain't got a 6 volt supply here. Let's just plug that one in. Center pin negative. Six volt. Just take the current limit right back down because that other radio ramped it up. Just trying. That should be radio 4 there. Let's try, isn't it? Let's try. Oh. Trying. Trouble is, I haven't got some. See if I can just touch against this. Let's put that through. Well, it is receiving, but if you notice on the side, the volume is absolutely maxed out. Let's try FM. Classic FM. No reception. Let's try FM 88.1. Nothing. So we've got AM but not FM. That's the opposite way round to what Jerry said. Okay. So this again is the same old. This is capacitors. Let's just pop the case off and have a look inside. There's no back door with this one. So these are one of the easier radios to work on if you fancy having a go at SMD. This is like what I would call an empty. That was yours, Ernest. No worries, Axel. Yeah, it certainly looks like someone's been in before, Ernest, and maybe, or have you had it since new? You had it since new? There's no other hidden screws on it. stick them on with a bit of tape. Now this is, I think this is the same as the one that Tim done, isn't it? Didn't you do the 7600, Tim? Right, so can we get that board out easily? Oh, you've had it since new? Wow, just might be where I was poking it about last time. Then maybe, Ernest. Unless it's been tweaked by Sony at some stage before it went out. You never know. You never know. They were always modifying stuff. Well, let's pop the antenna wires off here. We're going to pull the speaker wires off. Not forgetting the screw in the centre, Graham. I was just holding this thing on, come on. Oh, some ribbon cable in there. Let's pop that speaker out. If you'll come out. I'm going to pop this ribbon cable off here. Come on. Come on, get off. Does not want to let go. Let's pop this board off as well then. Why is that not coming out? That ribbon cable should be off. What? The non-extracting ribbon cable. Pretty sure that's maxed. Yeah. Why won't you come out then? Come out. You won't come out. Ah, there he is. I just did not want to come out then. Backside. Right, now we should be able to get this board out. Not looking too bad at first glance. This thing is right up in the way. Oh. Let's move that one down out of sight. Give me a bit more space. There we are, right. Let's have a quick look at this one. So let me see if I can get you in shot. That is one of the capacitors. I think it's this one. That is all the electrolyte that's leaking out of it, look. Looks like it's got on the board there as well. I'll zoom you out a bit. So on that side, down here, look. Not too bad up there. All this stickiness here is all electrolyte. Oh dear, look at this lot. That might need a new IC there. Look at the state of that. Ooh, that's alive. That's alive. That's actually wet there, look. That's actually wet there. Where's that come from then? I've never seen one quite that bad. What? Well, that IC is pretty ropey. Yeah, so we've got wet on the board there. Yeah, there's wet there as well. It's these ones that are yeah. So you can see the state of it. So that's had it. So that's the state of that one. Right, so the last repair, SW55, David over in Denmark. So let's get that one a minute. Let's get that one, and then that'll be the last one. In this nice Sony hard plastic case. It's always a good idea to send these in these cases because they are built very well. I think we have had a look at this one, haven't we? We had a brief look at it. But we didn't pop it apart, so let's pop it apart. So look at the board in this one. Bits in the little case there. Case apart. Antenna wires. Same as the other one, really. Why do I take on these things? They're a nightmare to fix. But you know. So have a look at this board in this one. Come on, let it go. Get this bit of stuck on foamy stuff off. Come on. Thank you. Right. Let's just pop that flex cable off because we don't want to damage that. Stay there. Thank you. Right. This one doesn't look too bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, rebuilt ones. If Dell is selling them, it's going to be pretty good. This one, I can see signs of leakage, but not too bad. So let's just get rid of me a minute. So we've got some muck started coming out there. Not looking too bad. These are the worst ones normally, yeah. So can you see the liquid in these holes here? It's difficult because there's a bit of glare on that. Yeah, so there's liquid in those holes there and up here. So we may, with this one, we may have caught this one before it's done too much damage. Yeah, that one's the worst one. This one's leaked, so we've got a bit of corrosion again on the IC here, look. Oh, that's liquid. So it's crept up that leglet all the way along there. Ugh. Yeah, you can see that goldy colour there, that's leakage. So yeah, we've even got a blob of electrolyte there. But that's not too bad. I've seen a hell of a lot worse than that. Ones over this side don't tend to be as bad. They're saying that that one looks quite bad. Got some liquid in there. That one's definitely failed. Can you remember in the last SW55, this one here had a short on it? That was strange, wasn't it? Was it SW55 or was it the SW77? I can't remember now. I've done just way too many. It's all a blur now. A little bit corrosion in here on these ceramics. Not too bad. Liquid on there. Yeah, I think we've got that one just in time. So a quick look on the other side of the board, around the fires there. Oh, stuff. It's all very well putting this padding on there, but the glue is really strong and you've got to give it some stick. And it's attached to the flex cable, so you can't pull it too hard or you'll rip the flex cable off the board. So just dropping a little bit of isopropyl in there just to free the glue up. It still remains sticky, so it'll go back down afterwards. I just want to have a look at the other side of this board in the worst area, because usually this is where they where all the muck comes through from the other side. Yeah, not looking too bad. Yeah, looking good on this side. Just take the glare off it a little bit. Normally where all this lettering is here, where it says band and on off and all that, it usually comes through all those vias there. See all those vias there? Loads of them. It's wet there at the moment because I've squirted isopropyl on it, but yeah, normally it all comes through there. And this one looks okay. So Jerry, I think you've been lucky on that one. I know we did test it the other week, so I can't remember whether it worked or not, or whether it was just a bit dodgy on the volume. There we are. There we are, we made it. That is all the repairs that I've got in at present. As you can see, I've got a lot to do. An awful lot. So as I say, we need to find out first of all what's happening with the caravan power supply. So I'll message Stuart about that. See whether he wants to have a go at fixing it or just get another one. Yeah. You opened it, I get another Grundig. I've got a Grundig tape deck I've got to finish up. Oh yeah, Tim, yours was the earlier one, wasn't it? Cheers, Axel. Yeah, hopefully that'll be the end of the Gremlins. It's done some sort of update. You never know. Fingers crossed we'll be okay for next week. But there you are, people. That's it for today. I can smell my tea down there. Mrs. Cruncher's got the fire going still. And I'm going to get myself fed and to bed, ready for work tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have some heating oil tomorrow. Let's hope so, otherwise we'll be bad-mouthing our heating oil supplier. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed that. Apologies again for the cock-ups earlier. But that's the joys of doing this, isn't it? It's live, you just never know what's going to happen. You imagine if ITV went down like that, it'd be all hell breaking loose, wouldn't there? Anyway, cheers everybody. Catch you soon. Bye for now.